Hi, we're going to quickly review the Intermediate Financial Management book, Brigham and Dave's. This is the book we use for MBA 610. So if you're in my MBA 610 class, you should definitely pick this book up. The book is long; it's well over 1,000 pages. There's a couple chapters online as well that aren't included in the 1,000 pages. The book's organized into 7 different parts. They call them parts. We start off with the first 8 chapters, Fundamental Concepts of Corporate Finance. I don't know if you can read this, Fundamental Concepts of Corporate Finance. Basically a review of MBA 604 or any intermediate finance classes, undergraduate finance classes you've taken, looking at risk and return, introductory bond and stock valuation, and a review of accounting. Shouldn't have much of a trouble with it, I don't think, but it is a good review. Definitely have those read. But there are 8 chapters. That's why they're all pretty basic. Next one is corporate valuation, looking at DCFs, financial planning and forecasting, additional funds needed, and projected financial statements. Difficult stuff. Not going to kid you. I think that's the hardest part of all of finance, projecting out financial statements. That's chapter 9. Chapter 10, we look at the cost of capital, weighted average cost of capital, things like that. Looking at flotation costs, which is something that is very interesting. You see the higher there's some fixed cost component, equity costs more than debt, etc. Definitely look into that. Definitely read that chapter as well. Chapter 11 is more on DCF and looking at valuation and looking at EVA, economic value added, and market value added as well. And what can detract from value added, looking at corporate governance and things like that. Good chapter. Make sure, actually put an asterisk by this one, make sure you read the section on international corporate governance. We will spend some time on it in class, but that's about the only area you're going to get it from the textbook on it. Looking after that, we'll go into capital budgeting, project valuation, part 3, chapters 12 and 14. Net present value, the big thing, by far the biggest thing you need to know there, internal rates of return, etc., and also real options. I think this is going to be a little easier section for you. I don't think you'll have a whole lot of problem there. Part 4, strategic financial decisions, what I would call capital structure. Mainly we're going to look at capital structure there. There's buybacks and dividend payouts as well. 3 chapters, 15 and 16 on capital structure. We'll spend a good deal of time on capital structure. Summarized, debt makes good times great, bad times horrible. Dividends and buybacks in chapter 17. Definitely a chapter you should read, easy. We may not spend a great deal of time on it. It will be tested. After that, tactical, where we are, part 5, tactical financial decisions, looking at restructuring and IPOs. Part 6, working capital management. It's unfortunate. We generally don't spend as much time on that just because we don't have enough time for it to cover everything. And then part 7, special topics. Special topics, we will spend quite a bit of time on chapter 24, which is derivatives. If you are interested, there's other classes in derivatives as well, but we will spend quite a bit of time. It's an important topic from a corporate perspective, from an investment perspective, across the board, even from an accounting perspective. So we will spend a lot of time on chapter 24. Chapter 25, bankruptcy, we will touch on it. We're not going to spend a great deal, but we will spend some time. LBOs and mergers and acquisitions, the market for corporate control, we will spend quite a bit of time on that, chapter 26. Multinational finance, obviously, throughout the year, we'll be spending time on that. And then chapter 31, which is a chapter that is not in the textbook, but it is online. It's a supplemental chapter, financial management for not-for-profits. We will have a little on that as well. So that's the book, Brigham and Dave's. I highly recommend it. Get it, read it. For my class, it is required, and you should go ahead and read it, not just buy it. So thanks, and we'll see you in class.